It's gonna paradox something fierce, but I can give it a shot.
Eat it, you'll be fine.
All right. You say parabox or paradox?
I don't think he has my friend's best interest in mind. Why, I wanted them to be ghosts for their own benefit.
Hannah's already died before because that's how they became Hannah. Like, Dorothy died. Hannah could die. They might come back though because they're alive, but it could just be like Hannah is gone and then someone new is them.
This is the last stop before we get off. Are you sure this is the choice you want to make? Quickly, there's danger among us. And then
I'm gonna destroy it. Let's go stab that with your sword. That was God? God is so dumb. We're going to show you a great time.
What is your relationship with the God Machine? We are going to be delving into a mystery with...
Now I can join Hannah with the amnesiac past.
Yeah, I think I'm careful to not make any more bears because that seemed to cause trouble.
You wanted me to lose that last bit of humanity. Guess what? It's been gone a long time.
You have been chosen to be here, to witness that which is perfect.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the best place on Earth where you all will probably want to stay forever. I just give you 2 minutes. You're gonna love it here. Trust me.
You want me to pull a card?
Yes.
All right. Hold on. Shuffling it, staring at two cats.
I think you should pull 2 cards then, one for each cat.
All right. For Lilith, we have the Three of Swords.
Oh.
Reversed.
Okay.
And for Calamity, the Ten of Wands. They got a great hat and a whole outfit and a very happy cat.
There is something that you have seen that is not yet here. Something that concerns each of you. Something that would break your heart.
And for Hannah, they're still grappling with this world where they've more or less fixed the timeline. So they're what they had, where they're living, their previous home and all the people that they knew are kind of back.
Yeah, you don't know which ones really are, but...
I know that my mom is not.
That's true. That's true.
And I don't know what the world is like, even though it's back. What does that really mean? You can't really go back. And they want to have a home again. I don't think they see, like, at some point they want to stop doing this. They want everyone to be safe and put down roots, I think is the right way to do it. And you can't just go back. You have to keep forward. So I think there's a lot of hope, but a lot of like, this is heartbreaking. They might see people that they used to know who were there and they are not part of their lives anymore. There's just, what was home is no longer home. What has changed? What is lost?
Where do you think Hannah would be today?
I think they spend a lot of time with the Dawnlands. Oh, and the Croatan community living on the ship. So I think they spend a lot of time there kind of learning about how to do magic and how they're building a home in the ship.
I do think that it's a presence plus socialize check. And I don't know Hannah's skill trees by heart, but I think that they may not be an expert in the presence plus plus socialize world, like going to parties.
That is correct. Yeah, they did not get any successes on those 2 dice.
Would you like to make that failure a dramatic failure?
Always.
Okay, take a beat. The Croatan people are really not warming up to you, let's say. There is a tolerance of your presence there, but really it's reached a point where only Tayan will talk to you. Tayan is the werewolf leader of these people. She is, in some ways, their alpha. She's very tall. She's like almost 7 feet tall.
Okay.
Even though she is 100+ years old, just like Hunts the Storm, they still have these youthful features. And so there are like wrinkles around her eyes, but her skin is mostly smooth. And her hair has these long streaks of gray and white, but it's still mostly dark. It makes her look inhuman, which you know that she is. She's not a human. She's a wolf. How are you helping?
Hannah is enthusiastic and also bad at cooking. It is not their chosen craft. So I think that they're helping, like talking and helping prepare maybe some sort of whatever needs to happen. If they're living in the Imaginarium, I don't remember how food works in the Imaginarium.
Yeah, they could imagine food, but they have chosen to, rather than imagine it, go out and take some seeds and bring them back into the timeship with them. So they have nutrient-filled dirt, which is at this point not real dirt from outside, but they have like seeds that they've taken from other places, and they're growing their own foods here. I think
That's right.
Probably fields of maize. There's some trees. If you'd like, you can accelerate their growth with your magic, but they don't seem to necessarily need that.
Mm-hmm. Hannah also has their garden with their totally improbable seed collection. And I think Hannah does use magic in their growing and helps them grow stronger and better and weird. But Hannah does not do that to any of the crops or gardens that do not belong to them. That is an overstep, I think.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Tayan and you are cutting up some root vegetables, and you are doing it, but you could use life magic to enhance your body, maybe to make it so you cut these things faster, because you're not really used to kitchen tasks. And I do think that Tayan is very comfortably, just like confidently and quickly doing some kitchen prep here.
Yeah. I feel like maybe we're talking about the pros and cons of using magic to help with growing and help with cooking. And as I'm all like, yeah, why not? Magical, like magic and life are, interconnected. Do I use one to help the other and the other to help the other one? And
oh yes, she agrees with you completely. She says, "Of course we use magic here. Well, there's all kinds of magic, right?"
Oh yeah.
What I've taken to understand about your culture, I consider that magic comes from the world, and here, separated from the world is simply this great spirit that encircles us.
So like the Great Spirit is holding all of the magic, or is it coming from the Great Spirit? Is it all one and the same, or is it different?
I wonder that too. Is it that the spirit brings seeds to itself like we do from other times and takes their energy and their children? Are we not children plucked from time? But if it is not that, then perhaps it can generate its own magic, like the world.
Like a different type of magic?
I do feel that it's different here somehow. Though, perhaps that's just...
What?
There is someone who I'm missing.
We leave someone behind?
Yes, yes.
Oh, no.
There are many people who were left behind.
Oh. Yes. There are so many opportunities to leave people behind. Do you mean in the abyss or in where you were before the abyss? Can we go back?
I don't know. I know this field. I know this world now. And I wonder if I would know even the ones that I came from. As of that horror, that darkness, I don't believe that I left anyone there alive. But no, in the time before that, when we sent forth our hunters, one of them, a good friend of mine, hunts the storm. They brought with them a team, including my own children, and only Hunts the Storm came back to us.
I don't think Hannah knew this.
Entirely likely. But Ish, you know who those two characters are.
That's right.
That's right. Mohawk and Moki left behind in 1692. And I think that we're going to cut from that moment. We're going to have Hannah goes to eat food with the Dawnland people. And it's now the rider. The rider isn't here. The rider is not in this scene. Where is the rider on the ship?
The writer is trying to understand what's challenging them at this moment is wants to figure out, since they are this avatar of change now, needs to push things, move things forward, evolve. And big fan of evolution, that concept.
Absolutely.
That's a big part of them now.
Yes.
And yeah. And so there was a shortcoming that they had when they were Hunts the Storm.
Yes.
A little better when Rides the Storm. Was connecting with people. Seemed to have a real disconnect with people and couldn't understand them. And, had a very strong sense of self, and then with nature and with spirits, and with probably even more so with their enemies, the Abyss.
Yes.
And other creatures. But actually, the people that they cared about, the more not supernatural, just and just people, or not even animals, that just regular people had a real hard time, and saw that as a bridge, a gap in their capabilities, and a fault.
And you know that that's not a gap anymore. You can feel confident. You have certainty in your actions. You have no persuasion skill. You have power plus finesse. And that is a sense of knowing too.
But I do want to understand where that potential of that gap came from. That it's still um, concerns them, even though they don't have it anymore. That it existed concerns them. So they're interested in connecting with people's souls. That's the word it was. But more or less their minds.
Yes.
What people are thinking.
Well, there are many minds, and mind and spirit are not that far away from each other. You are of the spirit realm. That realm is a realm ephemeral, as is the realm of minds. And it is an easy thing for you to peer beyond into that world. But how you look at it depends on if you look at it from perspective of directed magic, which would be reflected in your arcana dots, or whether you think about it in terms of as a spirit would analyze. For example, as a spirit, you can already see how people's mental evolution is happening. You can see the changes to their minds already. That's like just a parent. Do you have any unspent experience points?
Yes. I have 20 unspent experience.
Well, I mean, it's only 4 points for a dot of mind magic. You could go all the way up to 5 if you want to spend all of your experience points on mind magic right now.
I'm thinking I'll do that.
It is a change, an evolution, a shift from suddenly seeing mind as it was or rides the storm. And now what the rider recognizes is that illusion of mind is separateness. Minds are not separate. Minds are all a fluid, almost like an electromagnetic field, a gradient space, a sea of shifting thoughts and feelings. And through this lens, you can see how spirits are affected by minds and minds by spirits. It's almost like electricity and magnetism working in perpendicular, one affecting the other. A change in one creating a shift in the perceptions of the people around it. You don't exactly have a mind, but you find that buried inside yourself, there is something, a kernel of someone. Before you have time to more closely examine it, you see that the world around you, which is just the people who are on this time snake, is a whirling, chaotic place where a number of minds are like in dire situations. These minds seem to be scattered, and there is pain, there is sadness, anger, and the abyss. The abyss is here too.
I have a weakness to it. It feels unnatural. It feels like, and all these arcana and powers that I have, I feel connectedness and connection and pathways to everybody.
Yeah.
But the only time I don't feel those connections is in the presence of the abyss. I feel like there's gaps. The more the abyssal energy, the stronger it is, the more there seems to be a gap between what I can feel connected to.
Yes.
And where's this coming from?
It's coming from the Imaginarium.
I know Mark is small, and I'm okay with it. Even though it's like a necessary gap. That though.
The abyssal thing that you noticed this gap, it was really in the realm of mind. It was not in what you were seeing before. It's something in a living person's thoughts. So it's not like it's part of the Imaginarium. Like if Marcus Smalls was in the Imaginarium and they were out doing things, it could manifest like this. You do think that it's possibly Marcus Smalls. But you haven't noticed it before because your powers have become enhanced.
I've evolved.
Indeed.
I had to evolve. There's other reasons I had to go and evolve with my mind. I'll get into those later. But for now, I want to investigate this mind that has this abyssal gap in the imaginary.
There is a Dawnland celebration. A group of Croatans look over at the rider as they walk confidently, but it's not where the abyss is coming from. What does the rider look like now as they stride across the Imaginarium? And does it change with their thoughts?
They'll try to change the look like they used to.
A change that comes over you, it's easy to do. You look more like your corporeal self from before. You nod perhaps to the people here, and they nod at you. And you continue on. Hannah, I would have you roll a wits plus composure check.
1 success.
The hair on the back of your neck stands up. As you look around, you're pretty sure you're not the only one feeling it. Other people here who have just sat down to eat, not eating.
Sight.
When you turn on Spirit Sight, you see a blinding, radiant figure. A god walking through a god. It's the rider. They stand out in Spirit Sight as what would the rider look like? He is their true self in some ways.
Essentially, cascade of light, the nimbus of light in bipedal form, that's whatever form they're in currently. But within that, inside that shape is swirling nexus point of country, which looks like a storm.
Yeah, and you feel like you could look at it forever and just get lost inside this thing.
Is this the first time that I've...
No, absolutely not. You've definitely seen before the rider around the ship. They always look like this now, ever since they got back from the time conference.
Mm-hmm.
But there is definitely something going on with them where you could roll a spirit plus gnosis check to try to figure it out. But more than that, it's just kind of like any time that the rider enters into a room now, people are going to notice because the rider is a god.
Like the reactions are different than, like, there's always a reaction, but the reactions right now are different.
Yeah.
I want to like wave. Just two.
2 successes. You can ask 2 questions.
I think what I want to know is, has there been a change to the spirit?
Yes. Always. Yes. It's just the most static yes. Continue.
Because people are reacting differently. I want to know about the writer's influence right now.
The writer's influences are evolution, change, agency, direction, all of those things. Tayan looks up. Roll me a wits plus empathy check.
That's 2.
You can tell that that she feels a pull to go and speak to the writer, that she is resisting.
I think after our conversation earlier today about hunts the storm being the only person to return and her losing her children. I'm assuming that there's some sort of emotional reason.
You know a little bit about mines. If you'd like to use mind magic on the werewolf, you can.
I can. Surface thoughts?
Yeah.
That is 2 again.
You feel that she wants you to go and talk with the rider. She kind of like is looking at you, looking at him, and feeling there's a great amount of grief for the person that she used to know. And she does not think that this is the same person, you sense. She is concerned that the rider is here, not concerned for herself necessarily, but concerned for possibly this community that she has created here. She feels that the rider is going to disrupt that. You don't think that she feels comfortable approaching the rider directly, but is kind of like giving you a signal like, yeah, you should go speak with this person that you have already been in contact with.
All of that makes so much sense. And Hannah's like, I have been a person who is no longer who they once were. And it's like, and is gonna go, yeah, it's gonna go and say, like, hey. They're not gonna say that. They're gonna maybe grab some extra, like a plate of food and walk over to the rider. Hey, rider, are you eating these days?
Turns out I'm not. Don't grow hungry. No good. But, I can partake just to, keep up appearance.
Mm-hmm. And there's something to be said for the experience of eating these delicious.
That's fair. I remember things are delicious. I can still taste it. Just doesn't have to.
Are you stopping to have this conversation, or are you like moving as you're having it?
Well, I'm gonna keep walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like a driven. You have to walk quickly to keep up with the rider.
Hannah finds ways to keep up easily. Makes sense. Where are you going?
I'm glad you asked. I felt I had a change of mind. I had a evolution that happened that I seem to manifest. And I sense I need, and once I completed that evolution, I noticed something was amiss here. I don't want to go into extreme detail, but something was off.
So curious. I am all about evolution. I'm all about it. What? I noticed something was different about you. What happened? Can I help? What's wrong? And it's like, yeah.
I had a sense there was a gap in our understanding, and I wanted to fill that gap. So I think I just did. But there seemed to be isolation. Everyone seemed to be desperate. Everyone. And so I wanted to fill that gap. And so I think I've kind of done it. But there's more to learn. There's more to evolve. I think I'm connected to everyone's mind, to their psyche.
I'm just gonna pause you right there. What? You've connected to everyone's mind. So you're now like,
well, we were always connected.
Yes.
Potentially. Yes. I still respect people's agency, but it was always an illusion that we have separate minds to begin with. It's not real. Consciousness is a sea, and at best, individual minds are just little islands in that sea. But it's all connected, and then there's waves that touch from one shore to another shore. And I invented a boat that just takes me from shore to shore from the sea. I just like.
As you reach that boat metaphor, you do see that there is a lake here in the Imaginarium, and across the lake there is a island, and that is where the mind with the abyss in it is. You can't read this mind.
I want to tell Hannah, but I feel like it's dangerous.
Everything that you're saying makes sense. I don't know why I hadn't thought about it that way. It's so clear that all of life is connected, obviously, but it's connected to all of the matter too. It's the life and the matter. And I've recently, magic itself is also in that same weaving. Of course, it makes sense that minds are also in that same weaving.
Exactly.
And you're just writing all of it. That is incredible.
Does Hannah have any unspent experience points?
Hannah has 8 experience points.
You can get mind at a discounted rate for 3 if you'd like to bump up your mind rating.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Hannah's mind sounds expanded. 2.
Evolution complete.
Yeah, it's a beat for you because you evolved a being. That's correct.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it makes so much sense. And it's like both amazing and also I can see it could be a little alarming for some people. I think people still want that individual. I don't know. I think some people might be a little bit worried about where they're going and their own agency and ability to do their own thing if they're part of this massive ocean of interconnected.
Which they are.
Yeah.
They are. But that's okay. I understand. We were all most entities were not aware of all of these connective currents between everything, and mine being probably maybe the most personal, most private. It's literally the concept of privacy is essentially part of this construct, but it is just an illusion. But I don't want to force. So because of that, I respect people's fundamental concepts. So I don't want to force people to open their mind.
No, but I gotta tell you, just being around you, I mean, you're gonna make people change. And think, you might change minds just by being around. I think that might be, I got a feeling that was, might be bothering Tan a little bit. I'm not quite sure, but maybe.
I didn't think of this.
I think they've gone through so many changes that maybe that's part of it, where there's the drive to change can be a little scary. Maybe worth having a conversation at some point around how
I know I must
change.
Yeah. My change has come at a rapid pace. And these were my people, but all people are my people. And I don't want to hurt them, but I do want them to evolve. I'm in a conundrum. And so I don't. Then I must be brief. Then I'll get directly to the point. I start picking up the pace. The moving.
Yeah, well, you've reached the edge of this lake, gone down the hill to the bottom. Sorry, a finesse plus resistance check for the rider, but
Yeah.
it's a wits composure check for a being.
Me. I think right now I'm distracted talking to the writer. But I got 3 successes.
Yeah. This lake has been created by someone here in the Imaginarium, and it is a simulation of a North American lake during fall. It's got like maple trees. There's a bunch of birches. 7 successes.
I think Hannah feels a pang of homesickness.
Yeah. And there's something floating in the water, Hannah. You also would notice that. There's like things floating in the otherwise still water here. And I think that the rider gets a beat as they recognize this place. But they don't know how exactly. It's like it was part of Achuk's past. And that name is just not you anymore.
No, that's long.
It's long gone. And so this place is familiar. You think it would have been near Turtle Island. Is that Turtle Island?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
as you wonder that, you recognize that it is. But it's not the same. Because what should be the ocean is a lake, still, with no movement. Floating all across the lake are dead turtles. Your exceptional success, you would recognize that these are not turtles that were created then killed, but rather turtles that were created dead already.
These turtles weren't killed. Some broken person created them dead already. That's what I came to investigate here. There seems to be something is, some mind has the abyss, creating that chasm in its mind that I couldn't connect with. It was the biggest gap. That's what I call the abyss. The biggest gap. Because I'm a writer now. I like to move and evolve and progress. And the only thing that hinders my progress, or not the only, but the main thing, is the abyss. And it's represented to me, I see it as gaps. And the biggest gap was here. That's why I came directly to this spot. And the turtle spirit is the spirit animal, the spirit totem of the Breton people. And so this Imaginarium is very well done reconstruction of the home of the Breton people. And so there's my memory of my former life. This seems very familiar to me. This is where Hunts the Storm, Achek, his original name, grew up. But this lake was always full of turtles, and now you see all around us. There's dead turtles everywhere. Someone created these turtles. Someone is broken here. Hmm.
Yeah, that's deeply upsetting and also absolutely not something that we want inside of this ship. And they must have been here the whole time.
Can you investigate with your light magic? Can you investigate these turtles? Or is it too late?
I'll be able to tell if they're real or imagined, but they're dead, right?
They're dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have any dots of death magic?
I don't. It's one of the few I do. I don't have death magic.
I know.
Well, it's not a real death. It's not a serious death mystery yet. But if you wanted to, you could spend 4 points to get a point of death. Oh, do you have matter?
I do. I am thinking actually, I want to look and see the connections between the water and the land and these turtles. I want to look at this ecosystem and just sort of get closer and like look.
Dead bodies are very good for ecosystems.
Mhm.
The indigenous culture around where I am currently living has traditions where if you were going to die, you'd go out into the woods. You'd die somewhere in the woods, and that would be the place where nature would kind of like reclaim your body. But all things that die get repurposed, unless we're humans, and then we pump full of chemicals or burn them, and that's fine. We're doing our own thing. But the feeling that you get here is that because there is nothing alive in this lake, no fish, no plants, the plants that are on the outside here are alive, but as soon as they touch the lake, they die.
Oh,
It's a bad lake.
this is a bad lake. This is a lake of death. This is bad. Don't touch that water.
Okay.
Did we have spirits on the time ship, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are spirits on the time ship, and the time ship is a spirit. Spirits is like a very spirit thing. Now, back at the Dawnland celebration there, you would have noticed that they had spirits that they were like cultivating and in league with. They also, however, had to kind of like bring and make those spirits just like they did with the plants because it was a blank white space before. And so any spirits that would be here would probably have been brought by whoever made this place.
Mm-hmm.
There's a spirit of death here. The whole thing. Death.
Like in the lake part of the lake?
The lake is embodied by death, but it's more than just the lake. This whole place. All the leaves falling off the trees, dead. But there's like in a nice happy fall scene, the leaves fall off the trees. Sure, there's a little bit of death there. That's like a rank 1 death spirit. This is much stronger. Too strong, in fact. It's like a rank 5 death spirit here. Now, to put that in perspective for you as a spirit mage, it's not a god, but it is able to kill you because it's a spirit of death.
A strong one. Actually, on par with my honorary rank.
Yes.
But still, not, that's remarkably powerful to be chilling in our ship. I'm gonna talk to the spirit and say, greetings. How did you get here?
I am everywhere, death answers you, without speaking. Its silence is its only answer.
How did you specifically cultivate this space here in the lake?
I do not cultivate, I destroy. The chill runs through your blood.
Can I hear this conversation? I have spirits.
Yeah, you are a spirit. You, of course, hear it.
Have you been working with anybody else here?
there are ways that death works. And there are ways that death works with others. You are talking to the conceptualization of death in this moment. And so death does consider that it works with others, many others. Here, yes, death has worked with one here.
Who have you worked with?
Names are irrelevant. And I want you to know that while neither of you hear the words that I'm speaking, the intention of the message is coming through to you in the stillness of this lake.
As a mage, I think, I beg to differ. I think names are relevant.
Death keeps no names.
Tell me, Death. Why is no other spirit here? Is there a spirit of life here?
No. There is, but it's not where I came from. My sister and I are usually in harmony in our dance, but here it is only I alone in solitude, with but echoes and reflections. I was born here. I've always existed here. I don't know why she is not here with me.
Would you like her to be?
Well, you brought her with you. You're alive. And you do. You feel the blood pulsing in your veins. You are the only living thing here. And in some ways, you are the avatar of life.
I'm going to imagine a living turtle, and I'm going to attach, start to infuse a life spirit into it. I'm going to create a small avatar of life.
The answer is that you can do it, but it's an arc mastery spell. You will not be giving it its own soul. It will be a part of your soul. And so you'll need to make a sacrifice and give up part of your soul, but you can absolutely create life in this moment.
I don't know if I want to give up part of my soul. That's a lot.
You can always reincorporate it later. Shouldn't have any problems with that, right?
Can I bolster the spirit of life that is with me?
You can bolster the spirit inside of yourself, but only to a certain amount. Like, not enough to reach this rank 5 death spirit, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to both ask Death and look with my life sight. Am I truly the only one living here?
There is one living person on that island full of dead trees and plants.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Whoa.
Death, will you help us meet the one other living on your island?
No.
I am with the writer. I'm going to imagine a boat. It's just like I guess tin, a very light metal rowboat that Hannah had when they were young. It's like a really cheap boat with oars. Ryder, do you want to take a ride on Death with me? I think there's someone on the island we should talk to.
Of course. I thought you never asked.
I'm going to say, excuse me, Death, but we have to make our way to your island. Again.
As you cross, you sense that it's not exactly Death's island. All right, both of you then can roll your prime plus gnosis.
Does our boat riding go even better because the rider is with us?
Oh, yeah, God. I do not make you roll for the boat to get across. The rider steps on and just goes, shh.
I had 6 successes.
You both get a beat, and you both dodged my trap. If you had touched the water, you would have died.
Yeah, I figured it shouldn't touch the water.
5 6.
Yeah, so those are both exceptional successes. And you can tell with those prime magic is the magic of magic. There is a mage who has a nimbus, which is like what it looks like, which is just darkness and shadow. There's also like a sootiness to it. It's not just like a lack of light. It's almost like a blackness that covers and expands over things. There's an element to it where it's like death. It's definitely a death-related nimbus. You're pretty sure this must be a Moros mage.
Mm-hmm.
And you also recognize that they have space wards up. So wards are protective spells that would keep people off of your island. And you're pretty sure that these ones would stop you. You think that this is some sort of space and death and life spell, keeping out anything that is alive from this island. The rider can step through these wards with Prime 5 if you would like. You will have to roll against them. You just destroy them, though.
I'll do that.
Okay, it's Prime plus Gnosis.
Try to talk to them before shatter their board. Why, hello over there.
They stand and they walk towards you. They shamble and move beneath a bunch of cloaks. There's no reason to wear cloaks here, and most of the Dawnland people are almost naked, in fact, in the beautiful temperatures that this place can sustain. But this figure is cowled in natural garb. It looks like the skin of animals, all dyed black, of course. This was the Moros mage who was there when the timeship picked you up from the Nega timeline. So, of the 5 mages, there was future Allura, there was this shadow mage, there was May, who's our new best friend. We all love May. So nice. What a nice person. Samuel Paris filled with ghosts, and Rex, who you abandoned back in 1692.
Good enough abandoned. That's
Right.
for sure. He was holding down the fort. He was the guy in the van who just accidentally left the plane. Would Hannah and Parallax's trek to like discovery of the connection between May and the Shadow Mage,
Yeah.
would the memory of the Shadow Mage still be there, or like that whole thing of trying to track down May and discover what's going on, is that all gone?
You know that your destiny appeared. You didn't have a destiny, and now you do. You knew that it was connected between something with May and the Shadow Mage. It just didn't make any sense because May is your best friend. She's like a mother to you, practically. And she's...
The Shadow Mage is up to no good.
Yeah, this is probably the problem. This was the problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay. May, little old lady. You like... I mean, she's not... I don't think she would like that I called her little and old, but she is little and of an indeterminate, timeless age. I'm sure if I suddenly saved us, like in the nick of time, the secret hero the whole time. I really owe her some picnic time. But this person messed with mine and May's destiny. Like,
is this mage named Daniel Poole?
No, you don't think that they are. Daniel Poole is someone who's in the Imaginarium. Daniel Poole's one of the members of, I believe it is the Ebon Noose,
Yeah, I
Names.
remember.
Sounds familiar, Caity. It's because that is the Nemean's Cabal, but definitely not May's Cabal.
Yes. What are you doing on this island?
I think that they beckon you and drop rewards.
I would like to look at Fate Sight because I'm wary of this person messing with my destiny.
With Fate 2, you couldn't stop that. It would take Fate 4 to reflexively stop someone from messing with your destiny.
Yeah, but I want to at least see, like, I know this person. Like, Hannah is convinced that this person has something to do with their new destiny.
Yeah.
I want to, like, see what there's going on. I got 4 successes.
This person is directly tied to your destiny.
I mean, knew that. I thought it, but yeah.
I think that with your Fate Sight, you can see that they're also very closely tied, of course, to the Rider. Very closely tied. In a way, they're tied with your future and the Rider's past.
Ryder, do you know them?
They seem familiar. It's a name? I think. There's so many names coming to mind. Perhaps if I say it, maybe that will jog something. Ahanu?
Your name, you call it out. It echoes across the lake. Your former mentor, the medicine man of Turtle Island. This is his home. In fact, that man is very close to where his hut used to be. But of course, the figure does not respond.
I remember I had a teacher, a mentor, taught me when I was a young cub, when I was a young boy. It taught me medicine magic, spirit magic, and how to be a spiritual. And that was Ohana. This is where he is buried.
You killed him.
Buried on this island.
This is where you killed him.
Killed him. I couldn't have. Wait a minute.
No, you needed Tayan's help.
I was enraged. I was enraged.
You were.
I was a
He was
werewolf.
infected. He was infected like the rabbit, driven ravening mad out of his mind. And at this point, I'm going to have you roll, and get this, this is a little bit interesting, a resolve plus composure check, but of course you don't have those, which is why the resolve plus composure is actually Rides the Storm's resolve plus composure.
Sure. Still got it. 4 successes.
You recognize pretty quickly and easily that Rides the Storm is still Quody Fingers alive in some way inside of the Rider. There is a distinct and separate personality, like a mind island inside of a roiling sea that is you. It's like you are an ocean. Mind is an ocean, and you are an ocean. And inside the ocean that is you, there's a tiny archipelago, mostly underwater, that is mostly saving Rides the Storm's memories. But it hasn't just saved Rides the Storm's memories. Somewhere buried in there is Rides the Storm's personality and all the things that made them them. This is someone separate from you. The person on the island isn't you. It's not a manifestation of you. This is not within your power. While it is fate magic style connected to you, there is a separate person here. However, inside your consciousness, with your new Mind 5 magic, you would recognize that the personality, memories, and essence of Rides the Storm exists inside of your mind. And so you can draw that personality, that essence out.
Okay.
You do know that this
Who are
entity
you?
seems to be connected to your past. Do you step onto the shore?
Okay. What do you think, Hannah? Should we go to?
Can I see with Prime if the shore is also infused with death, or is it safe?
Well, there's no active spell death effect on the shore. That doesn't mean that it's safe. It just means there's no spell effect there. There's no active spell. Yeah, you're a mage. You know about truth values. Do you have any unspent experience points?
Yeah.
For 4 of them, you can get a dot of time.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's necessarily gonna help me in the, like, am I gonna die if I step on the land?
Well, actually, that's exactly what it would help you with. You get to ask it one yes or no question.
Oh. Well. I can't do that with fate?
With fate, you could try to, like, do the thing that doesn't make you not die. You kind of, like, cross your fingers and you're like, hope this doesn't kill me, and it's less likely to kill you. And fate is...
I have time to.
Yeah, do you want to know some things about the future?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, it's time gnosis.
Welcome.
I kind of be like, hey, do you think we'll die if we get out of if we go on land?
What will happen if we land on this? Time gnosis. You got it.
I think Hannah will say out loud to the figure, like, right now we're here to talk, which is true. I think Hannah would say that, like, maybe in high speech, because it is true that right now we are here to talk.
That is a very wizardly thing of you to say.
2 successes.
With 2 successes, you see yourself stepping from the boat. You don't immediately die. And as you walk around a bend, you see a pile of bones.
The future. Okay. All right. Well, this whole time I was standing at the front of the boat, and I can just make the boat go any direction I want, just like lean. Like the boat is like a Segway. I just control it like a Segway. I just lean.
Yeah, you look really good doing it too. You're just like, slides right in wherever you're going.
Well, let's go explore this island. We've got to get to know this individual. I've seen the future a little, and we're not in immediate danger if we walk here. And we're going to discover some bones.
Great. I guess that's the best outcome. I think Hannah's going to get out of the boat and put up a fate shield. This is a death mage, so life shield less helpful. And walk a little ways on shore towards the figure, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep a respectful distance.
Past the trees which stand but dead, you do see a pile of bones, and towards the edge, it's all bone dust. As you work your way forward, you see that it's human bones, and on top of that, many artifacts, rites and rituals and shamanic pieces that the writer would recognize from not just Croatan culture. These are all Algonquin artifacts, essentially. And sitting on top of that throne of treasure and bone is the black-robed figure who turns to face you. And their hood falls just enough that, Ryder, you would recognize them. It is one of your mentors, but not the one who was a werewolf. This is a man who wears the face of Hakan. Hakan of the Algonquin people, friend to the Croatans, who was your friend
I
after.
I remember. What's happened? Why are you like this?
The man who wears Hakon's face turns and blinks slowly at you. The one of you who is still human can roll a wits plus empathy check.
5.
With 5, that's an exceptional success. And you can tell that there is definitely something going on inside this person's mind. They're a living person who seems to have another thing inside of them. And on top of that, you don't think that they recognize the name Hakan. You think that the entity that is controlling them just kind of did like a interesting kind of acknowledgement of someone saying that name without any personal connection to that name. And you're pretty sure that they don't have any memories of who that person is as a fellow amnesiac.
Cool. Ryder, that is not... Right now, that is not Hakan. Somebody is riding him.
What?
Or something. I want to see if it's a spirit.
No spirits besides the spirit of death here.
I think we found your abyssal entity.
You know that an abyssal possession, an abyssal possession would show up to your spirit sight, so you don't think that they're currently being possessed. You think that this is a human being in control of their own body in some ways. There is not an abyssal entity riding them in this moment, but there may be an abyssal entity present inside of them. It's just not currently controlling them.
Oh, but it's sort of like white. Or blanketed, shadowed.
Right.
In the same way that they're doing everything else. And abyssal entities don't function the same way as spirits. They're not something that I can necessarily draw out or banish like a spirit exactly the same way.
You have never tried. You know that abyssal entities do have essence, and that's something that you can damage.
But can I pull out? I can put essence into things. Can I draw it out?
You can draw essence out, but you can't draw an abyssal entity out exactly because you don't even know what this one is. It's a different thing if you like had some of its stuff, like say, name, worry, desires,
its name, its soul, its story, desires, and its essence.
I would like to do as, I guess it would be an improvised spirit spell to like understand that essence part of it. Even if I can't manipulate it, and it's because it's not exactly a spirit, it has essence, and I can understand the nature of its essence.
The essence seems hidden from you. As you look for it, you can tell that it's like inside this person, really almost using them as a protective shield or thing to conceal itself.
And I'm going to ask this human, do you have a name?
I have given that up. They say in high speech.
That is quite a thing to have given up. That doesn't mean you can't have one now. You've given one away.
I will not make it for myself. You who are alive could do that.
Can you tell me about this wonderful collection you've assembled? Did you imagine these? Or did you bring them?
Roll matter plus noses. Get a single success.
I got a single success.
They were created by the Imaginarium. These are not just like the turtles. Not real bodies.
Oh, that's good. That's great. That's nice. And the artifacts too, like everything. All right, interesting.
Except for the clothes on his back. The clothes on his back seem to be from the real material world.
They're animal skin.
Can I tell what kind of animal skins?
Wolf.
Wolf. Yeah, that makes sense. Why are you out here all alone? You have your whole community.
That is not my community. I have no people. My people are dead. They look down at the pile of bones, and they have been for decades.
How did they die?
In various ways. How does anyone die? They look at Hannah. I heard the word smallpox. But that was after most of us were dead. They look up and down at the rider. They don't seem to understand you exactly, but they can tell that there's something really special about you. And so while they are interested in Hannah, there's almost like a praising. And with those 5 successes before, Caity, you would know that they are unclear as to if this is going to be a fight, but they are kind of almost trying to size up the rider and figure out what they're doing, who they are, to try to understand them. I would tell you their stories, but those stories, like them, looks down.
Do you mean you don't have their stories anymore?
I have no stories anymore. Nothing. Nothing except this hunger. Blackness pours from his mouth. Waves of darkness pouring out around you. What do?
And very, very upset by the idea of being hungry again and the whole thing. Love it. Don't love that. I don't want to hurt the human being.
Okay.
But I do want to remove the abyssal thing pouring out of its face.
It's not abyssal. It's actually not abyssal magic. It's just magic. So with your prime magic, you can feel that element of it.
He's just like leaking death magic.
Leaking death magic.
Oh.
Well, definitely, I fly up.
Yeah, just fly.
Yes, fly.
So yeah, the darkness, there's like a cloud of almost like shadow vapor that starts to circle around Hannah, leaving a space just big enough for you to stand in.
Yep. Is Prime 2 is enough for a Prime shield to push the magic back.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a larger space of Prime.
Yeah.
Can I push back against their death magic? Like, I don't have death though, so I don't think I can dispel it.
So you can't push back against it because you don't have death or prime, but you could resist it with life magic. Like you could walk into this death cloud and maybe be okay because you would clash of wills against it with your life magic.
I do have Prime, but I don't have.
Not Prime 4, though. Prime 4 is the one that cancels spells.
No.
I got Prime 5.
That's right. If you want to try to cancel this spell,
Yeah.
how do you do it?
I want to run around in the air in a circle. Suck up in my motion. Suck up the death spell and let's dispel it.
Okay. So roll your Prime plus Gnosis, and I'm going to roll for them. They did get an exceptional success.
Can I spend willpower to add 3 dice?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay. 6 successes.
You beat them by 1. So you counter the spell, and the black shadow dissipates. And with it, that figure is gone as well.
Oh, no.
It's empty. There's no one here besides for you.
I didn't want to kill them.
You don't think that they're dead?
Do I sense any of their life?
No.
Uh,
But I do think that both of you can roll a wits plus occult check, which for you, of course, Ish, is a finesse plus probably power check.
I got 1.
Okay.
Okay. All right. All right. 9 success.
You recognize instantly where they've gone. They've gone the same place that your Morris mage always goes. Into the realm of death. They slipped into the shadow. And since it didn't ping as a spell, it means that there's a portal, a rip to the shadow somewhere around here. Since they didn't cast a spell, it means that if they made into a ghost gate, they just like walked through a ghost gate.
Must have a portal. I didn't see it with my prime magic. My prime.
No, we would need Bernice to find it.
Is that Ethel's name? Evolution.
Well, yes. Let's call it an evolution.
Let's call it an evolution.
An evolution.
An evolution. I love it.
And I do think that this session, we're going to pause right here and have part 2 with Victoria.
I would like Bernice's help looking at the bones that this person imagined. And I want to know what went into their imagining of their people's bones. And I need her help.
When the mage left, the abyss left too.
Ah, that's good to know. So this death mage is abyssal influence. It's connected.
You would be able to tell that they are definitely being influenced, but not controlled by the abyss.
Okay.
It reminds you of Ahanu before Ahanu was driven completely mad. Before he was taken to bed, even. He just had these small discrepancies. And you think that it might have, it might be a similar early stage of an abyssal possession.
Oh no. There's still a chance to save one of my old mentors, Hakan. We'll see.
Dun 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 dun. All right. Well, you both get an experience point. Excellently played. Any aspirations or obsessions that you have made movement towards or want to change?
Well, my new ones are help people evolve.
You've done it. So I think take one from early when you activated Hannah, and then another one from when you made this person's life change, when you invaded their island. They were just hanging out on their throne of bones. No one invited
Yep,
you
we're changing.
over.
Throwing about. We're changing it up.
That's right. Now there's life on this island.
I still have Hunt Abyssal Spirit.
Yep.
From my old time. Do you
That
think I still
counts.
keep that?
If you want to, you can.
I have Hunt Abyssal Demons.
That counts.
Mhm.
I think that you were motivated
All
by knowledge that the abyss was here to come in this direction.
Mhm. Did I help others be better?
Yeah. You did.
Good conversations. Yeah. Hunt demons, take control of my destiny back.
Mm-hmm.
Take back control, help others be better, find a home. I don't think I made progress towards finding a home, but I actually talked about it.
I think that you did make progress towards, even though it wasn't like big significant progress. You had dinner with the Croatans, and so that's a start.
Okay. Find Shadow Mage.
Very good.
Yeah.
I've taken down some notes.
Yeah. I have an aspiration, but I want you to help me finalize it.
Yeah.
It's either explore new locations, new discoveries, or investigate new discoveries, or find. Like it's either like just find new places.
What if it's have new experiences?
I like that. Yes, that's where I was going. Yes, I'll write that down. That's great. All right, I'll keep those things. Hunt abyssal spirits, help others to evolve, have new experience.
Love it. All right. Well, we'll continue this, our first two-part episode of the season, next.
All right. For Lilith, we have the Three of Swords reversed. And for Calamity, the Ten of Wands. They got a great hat and a whole outfit and a very happy cat.